October 26, 2014, from Gillette Stadium in Foxboro, Massachusetts. It was the Chicago Bears at the New England Patriots. New England won the toss and they elected to defer, and so the Bears would take over first, but after 6 plays they would end up punting the ball on their first possession. So now the Patriots took over on their own 45 with about 12 minutes left in the first quarter. Tom Brady hit LaFell for a 19-yard pass, and then Gray ran for 19 yards, and then Gray ran for 8 yards, and then Gray ran for 3 yards, and now it was first and goal on the Chicago 6-yard line. Tom Brady dropped back to pass, and he hit Gronkowski for the 6-yard touchdown to make it 7-0. So now the Bears took over with less than 10 minutes left in this game, and they had the ball on their own 20, but again, after 6 plays, they would end up punting the ball to New England. So now the Patriots took over with about 7 minutes left in the first. They had the ball on their own 27, and they would end up driving all the way downfield to the Chicago 1-yard line. And so on the final play of the first quarter, it was a run by Gray for no gain. And so the first quarter came to a close with the score 7-0, Patriots over the Bears. So now, to begin the second quarter, we would end up having a 4th down on the 1 for the Patriots. They got a false start. They brought the ball back 5 yards, and Gostkowski came out to attempt a 23-yard field goal, and it was good, and it was now 10-0 Patriots over the Bears. So now the Bears got the ball, and they would go 3 and out on their first possession of the second quarter, and now the Patriots would get the ball back with about 13.5 minutes left before halftime. They had it on their own 24. Brady then hit LaFell for a 17-yard pass on first down. And then on 2nd down and 8, Vereen would run for an 11-yard run. And then a few plays later, it was 2nd down and 7 from the Chicago 43 in an incomplete pass. But then there was a pass interference call against Chicago, and that would bring the ball to the Chicago 30. So now it was 1st down on the 30, and Brady hit Gronkowski for a 16-yard pass that brought the ball into the red zone on the 14. But then on a few plays later, it would be 3rd and 18 from the 22, and Brady dropped back to pass, and he hit Gronkowski for a 21-yard pass, and that would be a 1st down on the 1-yard line. So now it was 1st and goal, and a no gain would bring up 2nd and goal from the 1, and Tom Brady then hit Wright for a 1-yard touchdown pass, and it was now 17-0 New England over Chicago. So now the Bears took over with about 8 minutes left in the first half. They had the ball on their own 23, and then Cutler hit Forte for an 18-yard pass that brought the ball to the 41. Then they threw an interception, but there was a penalty on the defense. McCourty had intercepted it, but an illegal contact negated the interception, so the Bears kept the ball, and they actually gained 5 yards. So now it was a 1st down on the Chicago 46, and Matt Forte ran for 19 yards to bring the ball into New England territory, and it was a 1st down on the New England 35. Cutler then hit Alshon Jeffery for an 8-yard pass, and then Carey ran for 2 yards. So now it was 1st and 10 from the New England 25. Jay Cutler dropped back to pass, and he hit Matt Forte for a 25-yard touchdown that put the Bears on the board, and the score was now Patriots 17, Bears 7. So now the New England Patriots took over on their own 20-yard line with about 5.5 minutes left before halftime. They marched down the field, and they got to the 33, and that was a 17-yard run by Gray that brought it to the 50. Then on 2nd and 10 from the 50, Brady dropped back to pass. He hit Gronkowski for a 25-yard reception. That brought the ball to the Chicago 25. Then on the next play, on 2nd and 7 from the 22, Brady hit LaFell for a 17-yard pass that brought the ball to the 5-yard line. So now it was 1st and goal. And after a 3-yard run, it was 2nd and goal from the 2. Brady dropped back, and he hit Gronkowski for the 2nd time in this game for a touchdown, as it was a 2-yard touchdown pass that made the score 24-7, New England over Chicago. So now the Bears took over with about 2 minutes left before halftime. They were backed up against their own end zone on their own 11-yard line. They would end up going 3 and out. And so the Patriots would then take over with just over a minute left before halftime. And they actually started the ball on the Chicago 9-yard line. And Tom Brady then hit Brandon LaFell for a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it was now 31-7, Patriots over the Bears. So now the Bears had the ball. on their own 20, but then Rob Ninkovich would end up picking up the fumble, and he ended up running it in 15 yards for the touchdown, and it was now 38-7. So after the touchback, it was first down and 20 for Chicago, and the fumble, and Ninkovich ran it in for the touchdown. So now it was a 31-point lead for the Patriots with less than a minute left before halftime. And the Bears got the ball back, but on the final play of the first half, Jay Cutler would throw an interception as Darrelle Revis got the pick and brought the first half to a close. So at halftime, the score was New England 38, Chicago 7. The Patriots would start things off in the second half. They started off on their own 20, and they made short work of the long field as they went 80 yards in just 6 plays in a little over 2 minutes, capped off by a 46-yard touchdown pass from Tom Brady to Rob Gronkowski to make it 45-7, Patriots over the Bears, as they connected for the 3rd touchdown in this game. So now the Bears had the ball on their own 19 with about 12.5 left in the 3rd, and they would march down into New England territory. They got all the way down to the 26-yard line of the Patriots, but on 4th and 10 they would go for it, and they would turn the ball over on downs. The Patriots would now take over on their own 26 with about 6.5 minutes left in the 3rd. After picking up a first down, they would then end up punting after just 4 plays on the possession. So now the Bears took over on their own 20 with about 4 minutes left in the 3rd, and they would march all the way down the field as they made short work of the long field as they went 80 yards in 7 plays in about 3 minutes, capped off by a 20-yard touchdown pass from Jay Cutler to Martellus Bennett, and it was now 45-15 as they had brought the lead to within 30 point. They cut the lead to 30. So now the Patriots took over with about a minute left in the 3rd, and they brought the 3rd quarter to a close. So after 3, it was Patriots 45, Bears 15. So now the Patriots start things off in the 4th quarter with the ball on their own 35. It was 2nd and 6, and after a 3-yard run, it was 3rd and 3, and Tom Brady hit Wright for a 14-yard pass to pick up the first down. Then a couple plays later, on 2nd and 7 from the 45 of Chicago, Tom Brady dropped back to pass, and he hit LaFell for a 17-yard pass to pick up the first down and bring it to the 28 of Chicago. Then a few plays later on 3rd and 4 from the 22 of the Bears, Brady dropped back to pass, and he hit Wright for a 9-yard pass to pick up the first down and bring it to the Chicago 13. The drive would end up stalling on the Chicago 9, and Gostkowski would come out to attempt a 27-yarder, and it was up and it was good, and it was now 48-15, New England over Chicago. The Bears then took over on their own 20-yard line, and they brought the ball all the way downfield to the New England 10, and as they went 10 plays, 80 yards in about 5 minutes, a little under 5, capped off by a 10-yard touchdown pass from Cutler to Alshon Jeffery, and it was now 48-23. So now the Patriots took over, and they had the ball in Chicago territory as the Bears had attempted an onside kick. For why, I don't know. It went out like there was enough time to come back, really, but I guess you got to try, right? So with about 5 minutes left, the Bears gave the Patriots the ball in Chicago territory on the Chicago 42. At this point, Garoppolo was in the game. Brady was done for the night, or the day, however you want to call it. Garoppolo then threw a 17-yard pass to Wright to bring it to the 25 of the Bears. And then a few plays later, they were in the red zone, and they ended up stalling on the 21 after being all the way up to the 9. But then Garoppolo got sacked, and then an incompletion brought out Gostkowski. So Gostkowski came out to kick a 39-yard field goal, and it was up and it was good, and it was now 51-23 New England over Chicago. The Bears then got the ball back with about 2 minutes left in the game. They would end up turning the ball over on downs. Jimmy Clausen was in the game now as Cutler was done as well. And the Patriots actually took over as they brought the game to a close with just seconds left. Garoppolo took the knee, and the Patriots win this one, running away with it in a blowout as they win 51-23. So the Patriots are now 6-2 on the season as they are just the 3rd team to reach 6 victories in 2014. The Bears are 3-5 with the loss. And in this game, Tom Brady was 30 for 35 with 354 passing yards and 5 touchdowns. Jay Cutler was 20 for 30 with 227 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. The leading rusher in this game was Matt Forte with 114 yards off of 19 carries. Gray was the leading rusher for the Patriots with 86 yards off of 17 carries. The leading receiver in this game was Rob Gronkowski with 149 yards off of 9 receptions and 3 touchdowns. LaFell had 124 yards off of 11 receptions, one of which was for a touchdown. The leading receiver for Chicago was Martellus Bennett with 95 yards off of 6 receptions, one of which was for a touchdown. The leading tackler in the game was Collins. He had 11 tackles. Hightower had 10 tackles. And for the Bears, Williams and Jones both had 10 tackles. The Bears had 1 sack, and that was Houston, who had that sack on Garoppolo late in the game. The Patriots had 3 sacks. Hightower had a half a sack. Ayers had a sack. Easley had a half a sack. Moore had a half a sack. And Vince Wilfork had a half a sack. And the lone interception in the game was for Revis Island. Darrell Revis, as he had got that pick off of Cutler to end the first half. And so the final score in this game, New England Patriots 51, Chicago Bears 23.